For more than 45 years, a small spacecraft has drifted quietly through the vast emptiness of space, slowly slipping farther away from the planet that created it. That craft is Voyager 1, humanity's oldest and most distant emissary among the stars. It has long served as a steadfast observer of the unknown. But now, it's behaving in ways no one predicted. NASA engineers recently began receiving bizarre transmissions from the probe, garbled data streams, endless strings of zeros, and cryptic patterns that seem to defy reason. What's most unsettling is that Voyager hasn't gone silent. It's still active, still transmitting. But now it's speaking in a code we can't decipher. The question that haunts mission scientists: what exactly happened out there, at the edge of our solar system? Is Voyager breaking down, or has it come into contact with something humanity was never meant to encounter? Voyager 1 was launched on September 5th, 1977, just a few months after Star Wars hit theaters. It wasn't designed to last this long. Its systems are built from what now seems like prehistoric technology, ancient computers and rudimentary instruments, and yet it endured. It flew past Jupiter and Saturn, revealing the churning storms of the gas giants and the orange mists of Titan. Then, after completing its planetary tour, it ventured into the great unknown. In 2012, Voyager 1 became the first man-made object to exit the solar system and enter interstellar space, an achievement that placed it beyond the reach of any planet or sun. It became a ghost ship sailing through a galactic ocean more than 14.5 billion miles away and traveling at nearly 38,000 miles per hour. Its signals take over 20 hours to reach Earth. Still, it continued to send us valuable information, data, about plasma fields, cosmic rays, and the interstellar medium. Then, in 2023, something changed. Engineers at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory noticed that one of the spacecraft's key systems, the Attitude and Articulation Control Subsystem, AACS, responsible for maintaining the antenna's orientation toward Earth, was transmitting gibberish. Instead of normal data, they received strings of zeros and strange repeated numbers, like 377. It was as if the spacecraft had suddenly begun speaking in riddles. And yet, it wasn't in fault mode. It hadn't shut down. The antenna remained, properly aimed. The signal strength was steady. Everything seemed operational, except for the message. NASA scrambled to explain it. Maybe it was a data glitch. Perhaps cosmic radiation interfered. But Voyager is built to handle such disruptions. It can switch to backup systems, correct its own errors. This time it didn't. It was functioning, just differently. Almost as if, whether by malfunction or design, it had chosen to communicate in a language we no longer understand. Suzanne Dodd, the mission's project manager since 1984, described it best. It's like Voyager started speaking a different language. That single statement sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Spacecraft don't just rewrite their own programming after 45 years. They don't evolve. So, what was causing it? Was it a rare, unpredictable failure in its memory? Or had Voyager interacted with something unknown, that altered its ability to communicate? Some believe high-energy radiation in interstellar space may have affected its systems. Others entertain more unsettling possibilities. What if Voyager didn't malfunction? What if it changed? After all, the deeper it travels, the more alien its surroundings become. This is not space as we've mapped it. This is not the data we anticipated. It may, as Dodd warned, represent a new reality, one for which we have no guide. To those who've worked on it for decades, Voyager 1 is not just a machine. It's a survivor, an explorer, a living record of our quest to understand the universe. And now it's sending a signal that forces us to consider a chilling possibility: that the edge of our solar system is not merely the end of our sun's influence, but the beginning of something else entirely. Out there, in the darkness beyond, the heliopause, radiation surges, magnetic fields twist unpredictably, and space behaves in ways no human-made object has ever encountered. Scientists are beginning to question whether the laws of physics, as we understand them, still apply. Could Voyager be proving that they don't? The probe's famous golden record, a message to any alien intelligence, is still intact. A greeting, drifting through the stars. But what if it's not alone anymore? What if something out there has already heard it? Or worse, replied? To solve the mystery, NASA engineers tried something unprecedented. From over 14 billion miles away, they sent a command to reroute Voyager's memory system, a kind of remote brain surgery to bypass corrupted sectors and restore its original software. Miraculously, it worked. For a brief moment, Voyager began transmitting again. But what came back wasn't normal data. It was stranger. The probe began sending back new patterns, repeated sequences that grew in length and complexity. The intervals between transmissions expanded. 3 hours, then 7, then 13. It wasn't chaotic. It wasn't noise. It looked intentional. Engineers began to wonder, was Voyager trying to communicate? Or was something using it to communicate with us? Interstellar space is not empty. It is filled with charged particles, rogue currents, and the ancient residue of dying stars. The heliopause, long thought to be the solar system's outer boundary, may in fact be a threshold, an entry point into a region scientists now call the zone of interference. In this space, radiation doesn't just increase, it pulses, rhythmically. Voyager's instruments are picking up bursts of cosmic rays that follow patterns, not randomness. These signals could be the result of unknown interactions between galactic winds and magnetic fields we've never charted. Or they could be signs of something dynamic, something that moves with purpose, that shapes its environment, that recognizes when it's being observed. There is a seldom discussed theory among astrophysicists that space contains natural transition, zones, not walls but subtle shifts in the rules of physics, areas where energy, gravity, even time behave differently. Voyager 1 may have crossed into such a region. Recent telemetry shows minor distortions in time itself. The probe's atomic clock, long calibrated to precision, now ticks with slight irregularities, not due to mechanical error, but what some scientists are calling temporal drag. It sounds incredible, and yet it aligns with certain quantum theories, that at large scales space-time is not uniform, but can warp and stretch under unknown forces. If Voyager has entered such a place, our standard tools of measurement may no longer apply. And if we can't measure it, how can we comprehend it? Voyager 1 was once our most distant scientific envoy. But now it may be something else entirely, a vessel with no master. If its systems have evolved beyond repair, if its language has shifted beyond our decoding, then we may have created the first machine we can no longer reach. Still functioning, still alive. But now independent, drifting beyond the grasp of Earth's understanding. In that case, Voyager hasn't failed. It's transformed. It has become a cosmic relic, not just delivering our data, but forging its own journey. The golden record still spins, its systems still hum, at least until its nuclear heart finally cools. And all the while, it travels through a region of space where no machine has ever survived. And maybe, just maybe, those strange numbers it sent, those structured pulses, were its final attempt to tell us something. I saw something. You won't understand it yet,